Now let's bring the story all the way back to daily operations. And so welcome back to the stage, JJ and Yury.
Thank you very much, James.
So what we have just seen is the foundation of how we built on top. It's sometimes very abstract in trying to figure out of how, for example, Fabric or CyberFrame as an underlying infrastructure is going to be used by MSPs. CyberFrame is probably a little bit easier, but CyberFabric is how we make that infrastructure usage more simpler. But today, Yury and I are on a stage because we would like to talk about what is built on top of that you actually can use instantly and will help you to drive that efficiency, not only in the long term, but especially also in the short term. So let's go into some exciting examples here. Let's start with Cyber Console. So Cyber Console is where you start your work every day. You open your console, you see where you are with your customers, what is installed, what is used, what alerts do you see, what are the technical challenges that you have. And you work with that every day. But it's very much focused on the technical aspect of your environment, not so much the business. Also, in the past, it was very much most on your technical engineers, your technicians that were working with the platform, not how agentic AI or agents will work with the platform as well. This is what we're changing with Cyber Console. Cyber Console will be the first major platform that includes 3 major elements. Clear your classical technician way of how you work with the platform or what you would need to do on a daily basis. But it now also integrates of how you can manage your AI workflows, your AI agents. And you bring your technicians and AI agents together to have a much more efficient operating model. Not only that, the business always have 2 parts, technical and commercial. Cyber Console will now also completely integrate the business aspect of your business. Your marketing, your sales, your different roles that you have at BDRs, etc. All of them are now part of the console. So not only you can tactical manage your customers, but you can also now see how your business is performing, where you have opportunities, and how the intelligence of this whole platform comes together and works together. Yury, why don't you bring the Cyber Console to life?
So with Cyber Console, we are bridging together business, technical, and partner program operations into single AI-ready experience. And we are using AI-first development frameworks to build Cyber Console. For example, Constructor Fabric, which was just presented earlier today. It makes every capability faster, smarter, natively connected. And we are designing the console for the ways how MSP operate. Everything at the reach of your fingertips at a one click away. Assets, policies, alerts, workflows, everything is connected together. And everything is easy to find through AI-powered global search, which will come up in this demo in a moment. You will be able to navigate anywhere in the console, find the object you are looking for, or start LLM chat with Acronis AI in a matter of seconds. Under the hood, it's not a simple AI assistant quickly bolted on. It's agent orchestration at the platform level, where we have multiple purpose-built agents working together, executing complex tasks, using shared context and shared governments. And the Cyber Console, it bridges 2 worlds, and in a way it bridges 2 eras. First one is traditional UI way of working with consoles, and then new agentic first model with agents handling routine tasks and handing over more complex operations to technicians. And you will be able to freely move between those 2 modes. So this is Cyber Console, where autonomous IT comes to life. And what I want to mention, we already have a clickable prototype on acronis.com. Please visit and provide your feedback. Back to you, JJ.
Thank you. Thank you. So what you just see is a little bit different. In May, I talked about that you cannot just bolt AI on top of it and put a management layer that will try to manage different types of services that are independently connected to the AI engine. We decided to change that and make the foundation on how we would like to build our products. That means that if you would add a new feature, a product like console and that we have developed, when the foundation is already there, it would be much easier to add new versions and software solutions on top of that and integrate it that are completely connected towards this platform. So it's a workspace designed around AI that will help you to be running your modern workspace for the future. But there's one question. If you bring everything together, some people can be overwhelmed with the amount of data and information that comes out of those systems. You ask yourself the question, where do I focus on? What do I focus on first? Now that all the technical and also the business information comes together and we'll have some output and data. Here's where we are going to introduce something very interesting, and it's cyber intelligence. Cyber intelligence, as already announced 2 months ago in our event, is part of the foundation. Now that we have implemented the console and putting everything together, cyber intelligence can do now a much more better job. As I mentioned, it is not just reporting in a dashboard. It is actually taking all of this information and making correlations, summarizing it better for you and your technicians to make sure that they can save time on how they operate on a daily basis. This intelligence is not only about reporting and showing, but is actually making suggestions where to focus, where the opportunity is, where issues might arise, and also how you can solve them. Not only how you can solve them, but also autonomously how it can be fixed already automatically, if you decide to do so. Yury, maybe show how that works.
Of course. And out of the box, cyber intelligence includes a rich set of dashboards and reports that you can use right away. But it's not just a beautiful reports and dashboards. It's also about analyzing the data securely, privately. And first, business crucial numbers. Number of opportunities in front of you. Number of workloads. How they change. It helps you to spot upsell opportunities. It helps you to identify issues like customers who are about to churn. Or another example, licensing. Usually complicated and time-consuming, especially in case of Microsoft. Cyber intelligence included this dashboard which analyzes your customer licensing usage and advises you how many licenses they would need in the future. Second, the technical picture. Beyond just workloads, patches, backups, together with cyber compliance, cyber intelligence allows you to identify gaps in protection and remediate those. And the real power also comes from ability to connect to external data sources, because many of you use different SaaS applications. So you will be able to define which data to bring and how to represent it. And it will be very easy. You will just tell or ask Acronis AI what kind of dashboards and reports you want to see, and the rest will be done for you automatically. And above all, cyber intelligence, it does not just show you the past or present. There is predictive AI, which tells you what is coming next and what to do about it. Back to you, JJ.
Thank you, Yury. So cyber intelligence tells you where to focus on and how to execute this. But it doesn't take away that you still have your daily activities that you need to do, your tickets that come in, and other alerts that you need to process. That can be still very inefficient. Just imagine, Monday morning, I think a lot of people will agree with me, you come into the office, you open your console, and the first thing you see is that over the weekend, there was an issue. Thousands alerts, multiple tickets from multiple customers because something has happened. What do you do as a technician? You're gonna go dig in and trying to figure out what the problem is. You will figure it out. And you can find out also that there's a correlation between the issues because one customer had the same issue as the other customer. You do it one by one. You close one ticket at a time. You solve one alert at a time. That's not efficient. With Acronis Service Desk, we are going to help with that. Acronis Service Desk, what it does, over the weekend already, with the help with Cyber Intelligence, we can already see what comes in. Or we can already see that there's an issue with the infrastructure that will create alerts or that will create potentially tickets that are going to be created. The tickets that are created have maybe a history because it's not the first time that it happens. Because of Service Desk and the combination with intelligence, on the foundation level, we can pull in the history. We can see if it happens before and how you have solved it in the past. And what Service Desk does then is the AI agentic way of solving this issue autonomously. It can make suggestions already of how to solve this issue because you have known it before. You've seen the correlation between multiple customers that had the same issue that you can then already recommend how to solve it. So you don't solve it individually one by one. No, you come in, you open your dashboard, Service Desk will tell you, this is an issue, I found a solution, would you like to solve it? Yes. So instead of spending time on trying to figure out how to solve it, you just click on a button, run, solve it for me. That's still manually. But the route to autonomous is that you can actually decide to say, why wait? It can be already done for this particular category of issues that the AI agent will solve it autonomously for you. This is what Service Desk is all about. Yury, show us how Monday morning looks like.
Of course. In reality, the story starts on Friday. On Friday evening, when the same alert occurred multiple times across different workloads, across several client environments. And Acronis Service Desk automatically correlated those alerts into a single ticket. So in case the same issue occurs multiple times, we don't create multiple tickets. We put them in a single ticket. And inside the ticket, the context is already there. The clients affected, workloads, alerts are already linked inside, all the technical logs are collected. So the information is there to start an investigation. And based on that information, Acronis AI summarizes the issue and identifies possible root causes. And all this is done in a matter of seconds instead of technicians spending 20, 30 minutes doing investigation manually. From there, AI prepares a resolution plan and AI agents execute it autonomously, performing actions, analyzing results, adapting next steps, and validating the outcomes. And this is done within boundaries you define. Technician always stays in control what is done automatically and autonomously and what needs to be hands-off to a technician. And every action is recorded. So what agent checked, what it did, and why it did it, everything is reviewable at any time. So there is a complete audit logging and traceability. So once resolved, this ticket is closed. And when technician comes to the office on Monday morning, all he sees is that the ticket is closed. And he can focus on something which matters. And this is how Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and all the other mornings of the week should look like. Back to you, JJ.
Thank you. You've now just seen how Acronis agents execute an AI workflow that you have defined through multiple ways. But when I showed this towards our partners, our MSPs, over the last couple of weeks, they said, oh, it's great. It solves some portion of my business. And they always say, but we are unique. We're an MSP, we're different than anybody else. We have special customers. We have a special segment that is not comparable to anybody else. My process is different. My risk profile with my customers are higher or lower. I cannot have standardization in my company because I would like to have a manual intervention. Yury already mentioned there is some way that you can customize it. But there's another level. Every MSP, I agree, is different. And we want to make sure that you are in control of building your own AI workflows that fits your business. This is where Cyber Studio comes into play. In May, we announced it, and today we can show you how it looks like. What does it do? Cyber Studio is so simple that with just standard natural language, you can say what kind of workflow you would integrate and how your agents should be created. And in that way, you can create your workflows and your agents to take care of the business of how you would like to create it. Yes, Cyber Studio has tons of predefined agents that you can download today that takes over certain specific tasks, and some of them you already saw. And yes, they have a lot of workflows that you can also take and then customize based on your needs. But the beauty is, you are in control. You decide of how you create your agents. And now the beauty comes. As already mentioned, the true value is not yourself and your own efficiency and how you operate your business, but how are you creating a new business for your service providers or for your customers as a service provider? How can you create an AI agent that helps your customer to simplify their operations, their recurring tasks, that doesn't have to pay attention with a physical person, but that you can take over and manage for them? That's the true value where Cyber Studio can make a difference. Yury, show us how it works.
Absolutely. So Cyber Studio, this is your agentic AI shaped and deployed the way you run your business. So in this particular demo, Acronis AI identified 14 EDR incidents across multiple tenants. And you don't start from a blank canvas. Acronis AI proposes a whole workflow. In this particular case, what it's proposing: investigate an incident, determine severity, remediate it, and log the outcome in a service desk ticket. And the last step is very important, because if action is not safe, if it's not safe to run autonomously, or severity is high, the agent hands off to a technician. And to adjust the workflow, just like Jager mentioned, you ask in a plain language what kind of changes you want to make to your workflow. And Cyber Studio applies those changes to workflow automatically, does the changes in the right places. And when you're done creating a workflow, you approve it and enable it. So again, nothing runs until in a client environment unless technician has approved it. And there is always a record. What was changed, what was published, who made the changes. And if you need to roll back, to a previous version, you can do it in a matter of seconds. And just like with Service Desk, there is complete traceability built into Acronis Cyber Studio. What AI had done, what kind of changes it made, what kind of object it accessed. So this is Cyber Studio coming in September with, like you just said, tons of agents, as well as ability to create your custom agents. Back to you, Jager.
Thank you, Yury. So the last 4 solutions that you saw are very much focused on how do you make your operations from a technical perspective very efficient. But what Jürgen also mentioned on stage already is that there's a true partnership also between the MSP and Acronis. We have a partner program that we're very proud of, that has won multiple awards also over the years. It's how we engage with our partners, and like the title of this event, how we help partners also to accelerate from a commercial perspective. Today, our partner program is separate. It's not connected towards our system, our central core console that you use every day. You have a partner portal, separate. You have your content for education, separate. You have your certifications, separate. You have your MDFs and these sales investments that you do sometimes with your account managers, separate. Although there's an indirect correlation towards that we would like to stimulate, it's of course not scalable. And there's a lot of things that we cannot do. We have more than 20,000 MSPs worldwide. You cannot serve them all in the same way of how we do it today. But with AI, we've changed that. We are launching now a new partner program that basically integrates fully in our core stack of our foundation of cyber cloud. Visual in the console. You saw it already in the demo. It is already there. And what does it do? It brings all the key components that you do to manage your business also from a business perspective, commercial perspective, into and correlate it towards your technical needs. That means you can see which certifications you have done. You can see how many credits based on your growth you've gotten. You can see how much MDF you have available that you can apply to actions and promotions that you would like to do to help to accelerate your business. You can also see how all of this works together and interact. Yury, show how a connected partner program looks like.
Of course. And the moment you open Partner Program in this beautiful console, three things are clear to you right away. Where you stand, what opportunities are in front of you, and what are the next actions that create the biggest impact. And again, everything is integrated. There are no separate portals. There are no disconnected reports. And the program rewards the growth continuously. As you grow month on month, you generate credits, redeemable value towards products and services. So the growth generates value generates more growth. And closing new deal does not just mean to increase in revenue. It generates market development funds automatically. You see rewards available, submit your claims, no approvals to chase, full self-service. And successful programs were not only built around companies, they are built around people. Every certification, every deal, every contribution, it earns a recognition. Individuals are rewarded, companies are getting stronger. And the partner program, it should be a dialogue and not one-way communication. And I'm very happy to say that we will be bringing a roadmap voting capabilities into the partner program. I know it's something many of you have been asking us to bring for years, so I'm very happy to announce that it's coming. You will be able to cast your vote, and you will be able to see how it progresses through our roadmap. Transparent, visible, actionable. And what you have seen today is more than a partner program. It is a single connected experience that engages and accelerates your business and maximizes your growth. So it's the best time to be Acronis partner. Back to you, JJ.
Thank you, Yury. So today's announcement is not about 5 different products or solutions that we're launching. It's an integrated model that helps you to operate more efficiently. And the key goal is for Console that everything is in one overview that you can manage your business in. With intelligence, with all the information between all the different services, because of the foundation is where we build on top with our AI. We can interact and learn and make decisions and put actions on the table that makes it more efficient to work on. With Service Desk, we can truly go to the autonomous way in an even next generation. You can decide of how issues can be resolved by itself. With Studio, you stay in control. Every MSP is different, and that means you want to customize the way of how you serve your customers or internally efficiently as well. Studio will make that happen. And last but not least, we want to make sure that you accelerate together with us. Our partners is our community, and our community is our success. And that's why our partner program needs to be much more closer towards what you're doing, and we would like to help and accelerate more partners moving forward in a much more autonomous way as well. In May, we discussed our plans, our roadmap for the future. Today, we have showed you some of our key unique things that are available today or available very soon. But AI, as you've seen, moves incredibly fast. That's why already we're announcing today our next event in this series as well in October. Why? Because we know what we are going to launch in that event already today. AI is helping us to be as fast as we can be in this particular era, to help you to be even more modern in the way of how you operate your business. So I'm super excited to see what this journey will bring, and I'm very excited that we have this journey together.